Thanks for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Shannon Mowdy. Today's a big day. KREM 2 is feeding families that need a hand with Tom's Turkey Drive. So that's where we find our KREM 2 team. Right now, Tom's Turkey Drive volunteers have packed up 500 meals for families across our region. Whitney Ward, Mark Hanrahan, and our head turkey himself, Tom Sherry. They're braving the rain to help bring those meals to people in need. So we'll check back in with that team in just 5 minutes. New information tonight after a deadly crash. We now know the name of the Mead High School teenager who was killed Thursday morning. The Spokane County coroner has identified him as 16-year-old Parker McInerney. KREM 2's Christian Garza has been following the story and brings us more.
I'm here at West Rudder Parkway and North Dorset Road where the crash happened on Thursday morning. Now I'm actually going to step off screen and show you exactly what I am seeing here at the crash site. Now as I zoom in, you can see the tree where it happened right here. You can also see a bunch of debris on the ground around the tree, as well as some flowers that people have left for Parker. Now you can also see that the tree is right next to the roadway, and if I pan slightly here to the right, you can see the sign that was knocked over.
You know, when a child is involved in a tragedy, I think it affects parents differently than it affects people who maybe don't have kids.
At around 10:35 Thursday morning, Spokane County Sheriff's Office say a Mead teen crashed into a tree and died. The Spokane County Medical Examiner has identified that driver as 16-year-old Mead High School junior Parker McInerney. Hours after the crash, the Mead School District released a statement saying that there were resources available for students and staff as they grieve. I had a chance to speak with Spokane County Undersheriff Kevin Ritchie, who tells me that there are even resources for the deputies that responded to the crash, saying that most of them are parents themselves.
They're professionals, they're professional law enforcement officers, and they're trained to deal with these type of situations. That's not to say that it doesn't affect them emotionally. That's not to say that it doesn't affect them as parents.
With children of his own, Undersheriff Ritchie says to remind your children about being safe on the road.
Just have those conversations with them and try to illustrate the importance of being safe out there and defensive driving.
Loved ones have set up a memorial for Parker at his parking spot at Mead High School. Now the district tells me that the memorial will stay up as long as it needs to for people to grieve. At Mead High School, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
Let's take a check of weather now. We woke up to a lot of rain today, but it should be drying out soon. Hopefully, as we turn to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, is it going to clear up?
Eventually.
Of course, eventually. How soon?
I think we get a little more rain tonight. We're talking another round of widespread showers moving through. It started out lightly, but it is going to get heavier and more widespread as we move through the evening. Stays as rain even up in high elevations with this strong push of moisture coming in from the south. Everything moving in from the south means we wind up warming up, but look at that big swath of moisture making its way into southeastern Washington. A ton of rain is headed our way because of it. You can see it just off to the east of Othello, moving into Prescott and La Crosse. We'll watch that work its way toward us here over the course of the next, say, half hour or so. Widespread rain takes us into the evening and through tonight. Tomorrow morning, we'll see snow work its way back into the mountains, and snow levels creep back down to about 4,000 feet as we start the day. What that means for you is that if you're heading over any of the mountain passes, be ready for the snow. 44 degrees tomorrow, so a little bit cooler with rain, and then Sunday we might start drying out and seeing a little sun.
The battle over Idaho's abortion laws is now in the hands of an Ada County judge. The trial wrapped up yesterday after a week of testimony from Idaho women and doctors. Right now, abortions in Idaho are only legal in cases of rape, incest, and to prevent the death of the mother. The Center for Reproductive Rights wants the judge to clarify Idaho's exceptions so people with pregnancy complications can, quote, get the care they need. The plaintiff's attorneys claim the near-total abortion ban violates their rights to life, happiness, and safety outlined in the state constitution.
We are really asking for the bare minimum here, which is that people have the right to receive life and health-preserving care.
The state believes the case is based on hypothetical medical situations. Its attorneys say it is not the court's place to clarify the exceptions, saying any changes would undermine the will of the people. We'll let you know when the judge releases a decision. Tonight, 500 families that signed up for a meal will take home a turkey and all of the fixings for their Thanksgiving dinner. That is 500 dinners out of 8,500 total that Tom's Turkey Drive expects to give away this year before it's all said and done. Right now at the Life Center Church, our whole team is helping with that distribution. We begin by checking in with Mark and Whitney, who are helping out Tom and all of those families in need. So how are things going out there, guys? I know things are wrapping up right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Shannon. We are just now wrapping things up here. It went from 3 to 5 today, and I would say it was a tremendous success here. A well-oiled machine as people came through, and you were exactly right. We did distribute 500 meals here as part of Tom's Turkey Drive, and we want to talk a little bit about the numbers because we know that 500 meals will serve about 2,000 people, and that is so important right now because there is such a need out there right now.
There is indeed, and we just want to say thank you to everyone who supports Tom's Turkey Drive. We have some video from inside Rosar stores, so people who have come in and bought those $25 Tom's Turkey Drive bags. We know we've sold thousands of those bags so far. It really does help out and helps us pull off this whole endeavor. All right, we know the meals here have been accounted for. People signed up, they've been accounted for. However, if you do still need resources, they are available. Just head to KREM.com, and Fig Tree and United Way of Spokane County have those resources available for you.
And thanks to everyone who has made this a success. Again, you can check out for more information on our website. Just go to KREM.com. For now, back to you.